Hey guys, Disco here. Today I thought it'd be interesting to watch me take one of the player satisfaction surveys for Dead by Daylight. I know it's hard to see. For some reason, this is how it loaded the survey. So, our first question is overall, how satisfied or dissatisfied are you with Dead by Daylight? I remember a friend of mine years ago, I think sometime last year, took one of these during lunch, and he very few of the questions he put a satisfied on, because that was like one where you either say if you were satisfied with something or very like satisfied or not. Um, I'm just gonna skip the first question just for a second. I will do it. I just think the other ones might be a bit more interesting. What's happening? Okay. To what extent do you agree or disagree with the following? So Dead by Daylight is fun. I just put the normal agree, not strongly agree on that one, because while I think it's a fun game and do enjoy playing it from time to time, it's super rough at the same time and very stressful. It's a game where you don't really have a whole lot of control on a lot of different things. You can only control so much, and you can only succeed so much. So, and then for Dead by Daylight is worth the time with spent. I put the normal grade on that one as well, because while the game is super rough, which I'm not particularly a big fan of, I do enjoy the game. And then for I feel that the game is fair, I put strong. I put the normal disagree, and my reasoning for that is because, well, it isn't. Um, this, or at least in my opinion. So before, in my opinion, for me at least, the game has kind of gone downhill for me at least with fair feeling matches since ever since before Wesker's release. So during the 40 perk rework, because they straight up because they said during that that the game was all very close to 50-50, and they wanted killer players to kill more, and ever since then, I very rarely don't get 4K'd if the killer is trying. If the killer is just having like a fun match, well, it's just like how the goofy ass did, that's fine. But a lot of them don't do that. A lot of them, but like if they are actually trying, it's typically 4Ks. I've it I've gotten tunneled quite a bit again recently. That was a big reason why I stopped playing for so many months and skipped two events and an entire rift, was just because I got tunneled a lot. I was getting face camped a lot. Just so much toxicity. Um, I think there was one or two negative comments about that, about my reaction to all of that in videos, but it's like everybody was feeling that way. Like so many people were right there with me, so don't know why they were being negative towards me, but that's a story for a different time. But yeah, so ever since the 40 perk rework, which is where they made killers break stuff 20% faster than they used to, so they can get into chases quicker, and they can break and they do the one quick animation 20% faster as well. So, ever since then, personally I haven't felt like the game is fair. I felt like the game is super killer sided, because it kind of is to some extent, to some degree, especially from my experience, where the killer is usually 4King or 3King. There's not a whole lot of fun. There's some fun, but there's not a whole lot of fun. It's fun in moderation, which is why typically I mostly play this game as if Orange is playing with me, is wanting to play with me nowadays, just because he's the only person who is willing to play with me. I have one friends to play this game, but they haven't wanted to play with me, probably because I suck, and I am the worst Dead by Daylight player of all time, so that's fair. I guess I do have to answer this question. I'm just gonna put the normal satisfied, and then because I don't really know what else to put. All right, what's the next question? In what country do you currently reside? Oh my god, there is so many countries. I don't even see the one I'm in. Oh, there it is. Oh. Which role do you play the most? Killer almost always, killer mostly, both equally, survivor mostly, survivor almost always. I would I would say both equally. I do try to play both. I mean, if you look at my account, it's probably about both equally because Orange plays on my account a lot. But I do like playing killers. I just don't feel quite. I'm just not there yet to be able to do what killers I play against do of just 4King like it's nobody's business. I'm not there yet. Which platform or platforms do you play Dead by Daylight on? Well, PC, obviously. PC is the late newest version. PS4 because that was the first device I had was the game. And PS5 because once I got my PS5, I put it on there. I have played on mobile. I keep mobile installed in case I want to play it again. I haven't felt like it. I've also lost some interest in mobile because I lost as because when they updated the game like to be the NetEase version, they've been slowly adding characters back, and I don't have those characters that I used to have that they've been slowly adding back, and that is a very big, insanely huge reason for me to not want to play the game. Because I lost stuff that I had, I lost characters that I had, I've lost some outfits that I had, and because of that, I just haven't been as much. I just haven't wanted to play mobile as much as PC, and if I had PS Plus, PS4, and PS5, but I do still enjoy mobile from time to time. So, what platforms do you own? PS4, PS5, PC, mobile device. I've been kind of playing the game on Switch a little bit. I kind of wanted to experience Switch DVD. I know it's quite a bit different, and it would. Um, I don't think I'd probably get ripped super often on on the Switch version, but you know. When did you start playing Dead by Daylight? I started playing I started playing in 2022. I had the game since 2020, but I can't really say 2020 because I only played like a few bot matches that would absolutely where me and Orange were playing by ourselves. And anytime I was killer, you guessed it, it was god awful gameplay. So I'm a lot better than I was back then, but I'm still not great. But 2022 is when I really got into the game. How often do you play Dead by Daylight as friends? Uh, Usually, not all the time, but usually. Because again, Orange is pretty much the only friend that I play with. Occasionally, I'll get sent friend invites from people that are in my friends list on the game. That's very rare though. Um, there's only one other person I can message that plays this game, but I don't think they've been wanting to play with me. I think they've been playing a lot of Killer right now. I honestly don't know. They haven't told me. How many days a week do you spend at least 30 minutes playing Dead by Daylight? Probably 6 or 7. I we play this game quite a bit, although luckily for us, we're nearing a point where we have a plan, um, to finish the current event, which is the Bone Chill event. Um, so far it's working out, but we'll see how if that trend continues. I guess. Yeah. But yeah, just but Yeah. How many days a week do you spend at least 30 minutes playing other video games? 6 or 7. There's very rarely am I not playing something. If I'm playing on my laptop, it's either this, it's either this, Clicker Heroes sometimes. I have a few other games. I just haven't really playing them much. A few other things. PS4, I mostly just been using that for YouTube right now, but on PS4 I've been playing a lot of the Skywalker Saga, the latest Lego Star Wars game. Been trying to get back into that and finish that game because I've been enjoying it. PS5, I rarely even use. That is, I do have God of War Ragnarok, and I am planning on at some point going ahead and downloading the Valhalla DLC for it because it's free, but I haven't done that yet. And I have a few other games on there besides that. I just end up using it for YouTube most of the time. Switch, on the other hand, I've been playing live Dragon Ball Z Verse 2, which we do have a few videos on. I played Mario's Wonder a bit, Tears of the Kingdom a little bit. It's only to beat both of those, but a few other games as well. So, how often do you watch Dead by Daylight content creators, i.e., streamers, YouTubers, etc.? I don't watch streamers. I don't watch streamers. I would say multiple times a week. I don't watch Dead by Daylight YouTubers as quite as much as Orange does. He's been sending me a lot of videos of people though, and I've been watching those, and I will occasionally watch an actual video. I want to watch more from these guys and learn because they're a lot better than we are, and I've kind of been, and I did actually learn something from one of the videos about how bloodlust works, where if the survivor themselves just stands still, you can cancel it. Like, you can get rid of their bloods. I did learn that from watching them, and I've learned how to play killer a little bit, but not much. What else do we got here? How would you rate your experience with matchmaking in the last 3 months? Opponents matched against, i.e., matched skill level. I would say negative. I would say negative on that one. It very much feels like a lot of the killers I play against are well more skilled than I am. Let me explain. I'm trying to get back into the game, right? So I'm a little rusty, which is understandable. I haven't played the game for a bit, and a lot of the killer players that I go up against, they just 4K, and it's like playing this game is fun, but when every match is a 4K, it's a little like it's I lose a little bit of interest because it's like, oh well, if I play the game I already know what's gonna happen. The killer's just gonna 4K, and um then it's just gonna be that and repeat the whole day. So I would say, unfortunately for opponents, I have to do that. I have to say negative. Unfortunately, if I was better at the game, maybe I could say something else, but because I suck, I can't. Matchmaking time. Oh, I am very positive. Oh, I am very positive on that one. If I could, my mouse is being weird. I apologize, guys. It's like, I don't know if you can see how, you probably can barely see that, but it's like jittering around weirdly. But yeah, I would say very positive on that one because I we because like when me and Orange are playing together, or he's like been playing killer for us, and uh, basically, whether we're playing the game together or like by ourselves, it very much, I haven't had any complaints about the matchmaking time. It doesn't take super long to find a match right now, and I'm very happy about that. I really am. Just finding matches quickly and getting to play as much as you can is good. Um, in the past, I think it was slower at times, but I'm not complaining about that. Like, I feel obligated to put very positive on that because I've been very, very pleased with that. With the timer in particular. Very pleased. Teammates match was I match skill level. That one's a little trickier to say because my teammates generally range from getting absolutely destroyed, like in chases and whatnot, to actually somewhat knowing what they're doing. So I'm gonna put neutral because I don't really know what to say there. I do have positive teammates that I enjoy playing with, and I've had some negative teammates that I did not enjoy playing with. So, why is there a thing about Chuck in here? Have you tried the latest Dead by Daylight chapter, Chucky? Yes, I've played as him. I own them too. How did you hear about this chapter? I was not from watching content creators. I realized them. The official trailer, the character spotlight, the launch trailer. Wasn't what is happening? Gaming websites, community content, social media, browsing on Steam, for friends who play the. I guess the launch trailer. The way I learned about it was the community post because that's exactly how most because they had a sort of cryptic thing. I love how speaking of Chucky, I love how different mine and Orange's reactions were to his chapter because I remember in my video I was talking about Michael or well the Michael rework because that was confirmed to be happening at some point or Chucky and then when I saw it was Chucky I was just like okay cool like I didn't really I wasn't like super excited or anything about it. Well, I mean, I was excited about it, but like my tone compared to his, was I was much more like objectively not freaking out like a fangirl about it, I guess I don't know. And then what I remember Orange was thinking was like, "Come on, Spring Trapper Chucky." Saw it was Chucky, just it's Chucky. It was just freaking out the whole time. Very different, very different. How satisfied or dissatisfied are you with the latest chapter, Chucky? I am dissatisfied. I am very dissatisfied playing against him because he's so small. I have an insanely hard time seeing him personally, and the footfalls don't fully help me personally. But that's just me. But overall, I would say I'm very satisfied with him. Overall, how satisfied, dissatisfied are you with each of the following? The general theme of the chapter, I'll say very satisfied. I like him a lot. The gameplay as the killer, I absolutely love. The gameplay against the killer, I'm gonna have to put dissatisfied. I'm gonna put normal dissatisfied. I'm gonna have to say dissatisfied on that one because personally, I have been. Um, I don't know how it is for you guys, of course, but my personal experience with Chucky is an opinion is he's too small for me to see. I don't know exactly if I don't know if that's just because of how my brain works or what, but in my opinion, he's way too small. Um, and the footfalls don't fully help me. I typically get destroyed if it's a Chucky, unless if they're kind of a weird player, just because of my inability to see him as well as other players, and the footfalls not fully helping me as much as they're kind of meant to. And also, he's just a good character. The technical performance of the chapter, very, very, very satisfied. Did you play Dead by Daylight prior to acquiring the chapter? Yes, I actively played Dead by Daylight. Yes, I've actively played for the past more than 3 months. I mean, yeah. I just kind of stopped playing. How familiar are you with the Child's Play franchise? Why is this a question? I would say moderately. I know I haven't watched any of the Child's Play movies. I've kind of wanted to. I didn't even know about the TV show that released was in the last few years until until the chapter came out in this game, and I know a little bit about at least the first movie, and that's about it. I don't really know a whole lot. I have nothing against Child's Play. I don't typically get to watch movies super often, so unfortunately, I haven't been able to watch any of the Child's Play movies. I've watched a few more. Um, I've watched a few more other piece things, I guess. I don't know. I don't really get to watch movies super often, but I would like to watch Child's Play at some point. I don't know if I'm gonna do any movie reviews on it because the only movie reviews I've done is FNAF and the those terrible Resident Evil movies. When did you first play the Chucky chapter? After the first week, within the first week. The day of. Technically, I played the Chucky chapter during the PTB, but I can't say the PTB, so the day of. Um, why are we talking about perks here? Why is this just talking about the perks? How fun is it to play with the Falling Killer perks? Batteries, how fun is it to play against, or how fun is it to play with? Okay. Batteries included is a very orange. Pretty much only uses two of his perks, except for add up attempts, of course. Two can play is the only one he doesn't use. Friends till the end, I would say vary. A lot of Chuckies have been using those two. I mean, I occasionally I do see other killers using friends till the end, like other killer like players like who are playing as different killers, but generally those are his most used. Those are his most used perks. Two can play, I guess, moderately because I don't see it as much. I don't know. What potential does each new killer perk have to work well with other character perks synergistically? Okay. Friends till the end, I would say considerable chance. Friends till the end, basic is a, it's like an aura, it's an aura reading perk plus. It's like it's an aura reading perk, but it also makes one of the survivors exposed until you like deal with them. Like I forgot that it even exposed you until Orange played him one time. I sort of re-remembered that Friends Till the End did that. I only really remembered the obsession changing and then the exposed status effect. Batteries included considerable chance as well, especially now because they reverted batteries included back to how it was, where if all the gens are powered, it's just active whenever you're by a gen at that point. So I feel like it does have good potential. I don't really I don't really know if two can play because two can play is an interesting hex totem, but it's also like his most used. It's his least used perk. For until the end, the batteries included are by far his most used. I see those two perks a lot lately. Haven't seen much of any Tuca boys. Like I've seen a few Tuca boys. So I don't know. Hold up. Let me just get a refresher as to what it does. Don't mind me. I think a refresher would be in order because I don't see it much. Play, and so okay. So let's see what it does. A hex that teaches those who miss with you a lesson. Anytime you are stunned or blinded by any survivor, a total of 4 free 2 times. And if there's not yet a hex totem, Hexer can play Hex 2 can play, and there's at least one dual totem remaining in the trial grounds. Hex 2 can play activates on a random totem. Blinds all survivors who stun or blind you for 1.5 seconds. This does not affect carried survivors. All effects of the Hex perk persist until its Hex totem is cleansed or blessed. That's right. That's the one. Yeah, okay. That's correct. I'm happy I got that refresher because I forgot about that for a second. I don't know if it has much synergy. It is nice that it's a hex totem that can keep reappearing, but it's insanely situational as well. Um, it's insanely situational because it's all about like you would have to get blinded either via a flashbang. I don't know about pallets or a flashlight. So I'm gonna say did not play enough to say because I don't see that perk super often used, nor do I see really anybody pull off its effects. So I'm just gonna say that I feel like that's the safer option. How would you rate the quality of the following features? The good guy character appearance. Oh, character appearance very high quality. His power. His power fits him a lot. His power. I'm gonna say high quality. Um, Super fun play style, especially because he's so goddamn small. And yeah, the good guy character backstory. I'm gonna say high quality as well. I'm a little disappointed because about that in particular, and because it says that Andy and Kyle, I think was the other person's name. I don't remember the other person's name, but Andy and someone else run into the fog and he chases after them. And Andy and Kyle, I think. I could be wrong. Andy and the other, like, non person and a doll run into the fog. And they are never. And that's just the end of those two. So there's a good chance they're running around somewhere, but they're not in the game even as outfits. So. How engaging do you find the general theme of the good guy? What pretty engaging. Because he's so small, I'm on my toes a lot. Um, like in the sense of like I don't really like I have to be super aware and cognitive. Relative to other killers, how powerful do you feel the good guy is? Best killer in the game. Much stronger than the average killer. I consider him to be the best killer in the entire game. I am the only person that probably thinks that because most people will tell you it's Nurse. I think it's him because he's so goddamn small. Because he's so goddamn small, it's a very good build for and it works super well for him. But again, because he's so like if he was that like if you took Nurse, made her that small and had her work how she works now, I think Nurse might even be super good. I mean, Nurse is just good in general though. The following is a list of qualities that may or may not apply to any given killer. Please evaluate to what degree each statement is true of the good guy. This killer's power reduces the effectiveness of pallet loops. Well, he can't crawl under them. He can crawl under them, so mostly true, I would say, because he can crawl under them, and plus he has a slice and dice, so he can try to like rush at them faster before they can get to the pallet. This killer can travel around the map with ease. I would say that is very true. This killer's power creates audio and visual cues that give survivors enough time to react. For me personally, no. For me personally. So I'm gonna put a little true. Because I'm gonna say a little true because some people can use it well, but me personally, I can't. For me personally, there's not enough audio and cues for me, which is why, in my opinion, the thing that I would like for them to buff about Chucky is the footfalls themselves. Either adding something else, either adding something else for survivors to hear him, or changing the footfalls in a way that helps you like know better. Because that's my biggest problem going with him, is just how bad I am at being able to. This killer relies on luck to injure survivors. No, no, I would say not at all. You definitely need some luck, of course, but it's mostly skill that you are going to need. There will be some luck involved, though, of course. This killer's power is hard to master. Yeah, I'll do the one that's right above, like, neutral, because, so, like, mostly true or whatever. Because it is pretty difficult to master. It is that difficult to master. The only reason why I 4K that's in the PTB was because the bots were stuck urban evasioning the entire time. As soon as me and Orange were playing it together, I didn't get a 1K. That's because I am the worst Dead by Daylight player of all time. So, this killer's power is difficult to understand as a survivor. It's not difficult to understand, it's just hard for me to do anything against. This killer's power reduces the effectiveness of hiding out of sight. I mean, no, not really. To some extent, this killer's power facilitates patrolling generators in close proximity. Yeah, especially if you have batteries included. Yeah. The survivors who are using survive with friends. This would not help them against this killer. I don't know, man. I guess that would. I don't know. What do you appreciate the most about the good guy? What do you appreciate the least about the good guy? How, I don't know if I'll be typing today. How small he is. If I press space, it registers those. How small he is and how difficult it is for me to see him personally. What I appreciate the most about the good guy, how fun he is to play and how much he talks. I love how he talks so much. Please rank how exciting you find the below elements in new loaded events. Gameplay changes, game modes, etc., lore, thematic redesign, 2G map skins, Fiends map, sets, lobbies, etc., challenges, or cosmetics. So gameplay changes has gotta be the highest. That's gotta be a 1. That, I don't know, doesn't say how I'm ranking them, like, but that's gotta be the highest. And then I would do the cosmetics, the charms to the outfits and whatnot as 2. I would definitely say schematic redesigns 3. Challenges, or I would say, yeah, Gore's probably about a 5, and then challenges are probably about 4. For me personally, the lore's also hard to find. The only real way to find the lore is just do challenges. So I mean, among a few other things, of course, too. Thank the hospital for falling Christmas tree. That is 10 days away. Hard to believe it's almost Christmas time, huh? Anyways, well, it won't be 10 days away once I probably upload this, but as I'm recording this. This section considers the prospect of splitting limited event gameplay and regular Dead by Daylight into two separate queues during future events. So my personal opinion on this game is, I wish it had more game modes that are always there. It just has the one game mode, which is only so much fun. A lot of people have been wanting them to do two killers mode, and they did add something like that in Dead by into mobile. Did not play at all during that because again I have lost a lot of interest in mobile. But I'm a little upset that the mobile one was just like a props hunt thing, and I wouldn't know if you got if you could make progress from it. But I wish there was other gameplay things because that would allow you to. Because I feel like I'd want to play more. Um, I don't know why it moved, but okay. So to what extent do you agree and disagree with the following? Having the choice between regular and limited event gameplay experiences would improve my Dead by Daylight experience overall. I would say strongly agree. I like having new game modes that change something about the gameplay because it kind of keeps it fresh for me. Like this current Bone Chill event, being able to throw snowballs at people is so much fun and was not in such a welcome change. It's like a fun little thing. It's just fun to throw the snowball around, hit the killer in the face, hit your friend in the face, hit the other people there in the face. It's great. I would feel motivated to play Dead by Daylight. Ooh, this is a good question for me then. If I had the choice between regular and limited time game and play Trials, yes. I feel more interested in playing the game if one of two things are currently happening in the game. Number one, I have the premium track of a Rift because understandably I don't want to miss out on the Rift and not get the stuff from it because I'd be able to get the premium stuff. So far, all the Rifts I've had premium of, I've managed to get everything, including Deep Rift if it had a Deep Rift. Or there has to be a unique event. Although the unique event one isn't as true because I didn't play at all during the Scorching BBQ event and the Halloween event this year. I walked in during both of those and looked around, but that's about it because, quite frankly, I did not want to deal with the toxicity that was still going on during Scorching BBQ, and I also just wasn't feeling the game during the Halloween one this year. How would you distribute your time playing Dead by Daylight between the two gameplay experiences? Exclusively play the limited event gameplay 100% of the time, play both equally or exclusively. I would say in the middle. Because I play the game quite a bit either way. I just like the limited time events for because they typically do something unique, and I appreciate and like that about it. In your opinion, what would be a fair time to wait in queue if these two gameplay experiences were separately available during a limited event? Oh, so limited event gameplay, I feel like more people are going to want to be doing. So I'm gonna say 30 seconds to a minute at the most for that one. 0 to 30 seconds is pretty short, and some people they queue up and go and do something. I think 30 seconds to a minute is fine. Regular Dead by Daylight, I'm gonna say 1 to 2 minutes. I see people maybe playing the regular Dead by Daylight mode if they've already done all the event stuff, but other than that. This section of the survey focuses on your preferences for new gameplay ideas. You will be shown 8 sets of gameplay experiences. 1 set per page. Choose the least and most interesting. Each time you see a group of items, it is important that you answer all 8 sets to give us the most accurate feedback on the introduction of new game modes to Dead by Daylight. You will be provided a list of descriptions based on the featured gameplay experiences on each set. Please read them attentively. Repeat this each time you see a list of items. Gotcha. Alright, new game modes. Let's do it. What? Consider all the following gameplay experiences. Select the one you think is the least interesting, the one you think is the most interesting. Repeat this each time you see a list of buttons. Please read a brief discussion of each featured gameplay experiences before moving forward with your choice. So we got something called Disgustingly Scary. The fog is thicker, enshrouded in darkness. 5v5. 2 teams of 4 survivors and 1 killer face off to control the generator. Capture the generator by moving generator progress towards your team's side and tug of war gameplay. I don't know how I feel about it. Giant. Sizes are altered. Killers are turned into giants while survivors become tiny. That one sounds kind of fun. I can know it. Giant Chucky. Because then I'd actually have a chance. I guess so. 2v8 party. 2 killers against 8 survivors. Hooks are removed, but cages of atonement prevail. Interesting. So that is a play on the 2v8 thing we've all been hoping they would add. But instead of it being... So the idea was that is normal 2v8. Exactly the exact same gameplay we all know and love about normal Dead by Daylight. But now there's 2 killers. This one is saying that it's the same as like what we've all were thinking of how 2v8 would be, except no hooks, you just cage people. VIP, when the obsession is killed, everyone dies. Only the obsession can open the gates for everyone. Interesting. Bum rush. That sounds fun. More generators spawn on the map. Everyone moves at double speed. The survivors have 3 lives from which they revive after 20-second death timer. And then giant. Oh man, which of the following gameplay experiences do you find the least and most interesting? Can I mark all of them? Because that would be fun. So, in my opinion, the 2v8 party is super interesting to me. I really like... Hold on, let me just see if you can mark... You cannot mark multiple ones. So for me, I'm going to say the 2v8 party is the most interesting. VIP is very interesting, but I feel like VIP would turn into trying to kill the obsession as quickly as possible, because then the killer would insta-win. Some players would, of course, not do that, but I feel like quite a few players might do that. 5v5 of basically of like trying to get more gens to have more progress on your side by the end of it, and it has 4 survivors plus plus 1 player gets to play killer. It's also very interesting. I just think 2v8 party would be interesting because people have been wanting a 2v8 game mode for a long time, and also be fun. Giant is another one that I really liked. Giant sounds super fun as well. A massive killer, super small survivors. I don't know how exactly that would work, obviously, because they wouldn't. I feel like they couldn't make them too big, and I feel like the survivors can't be too small for that to work. But it would still be a lot of fun. Bum Rush sounds amazing. Just the fact that there's more gens, but like you all like do stuff faster. Like that sounds amazing. I really like the concept of Bum Rush. Bum Rush is definitely one of the ones that I find that if I was able to select most interesting for multiple ones, Bum Rush would be on that list. Disgustingly Scary, I'm going to say is the least interesting, because while I think it's cool that the fog is thicker and whatnot, like, that's only so interesting compared to the other ones, in my opinion. So this time we have Deceivers. Survivors work together to complete tasks before one or more deceiver can kill everyone without being discovered. Players played in rounds was voting between each round. Interesting. So that makes me think of like I can't remember the exact name of the thing in Gmod, but in Gmod there's a game mode where someone is like the killer. They have to like kill everybody else and like not get caught doing it, basically. SWAT's perspective. Killers could play in third person while survivors play in first person. Oh god. Zombie tag. A random survivor is picked to be the killer. Down a player to swap roles. Once a survivor turns into a killer, they don't turn back. Keep playing until there's only one survivor left. Bum rush. More generators spawn on the map. Everyone moves at double speed. Survivors have free lives from which they respawn twice. Turn the 2v8 party. And then look at the draw. Start the game with randomized perks and items. Which of the following gameplay experiences do you find the least most interesting? So I already said 2v8 party for a previous one. So this time, I don't know. Zombie tag sounds pretty interesting, not gonna lie. Deceivers is also interesting. SWAT perspective kind of sounds awful a little bit from the survivor point of view. I don't think third-person killers would struggle too badly. There's plenty of videos of people already like testing that, and plus Chucky exists. And then look at the draw. It sounds very interesting too. I'll say zombie tag is the most interesting, honestly. Zombie tag just because zombie tag is the one where if you down a survivor, where one survivor gets picked to be killer, and then once a survivor is like essentially dies, then there will not be a killer, and you just go until there's like one person remaining. Like one survivor remaining. That sounds fun. Least interesting. I'm gonna have to say SWAT perspective, just because that trying to do a gen in first person does not sound super fun. But that's just me personally. I apologize for this video being so long. I didn't realize there'd be so much. So the 5v5 one is here. The disgustingly scary, the VIP. Hide and seek. This is new. No generators, no hooks, only Morty on downs. Stay alive for 5 minutes to escape for the exit gates, or else will be revealed every couple seconds. So it's just hide and seek where you have to like stay away from the killer, but then the killer can see your auras every once in a while. Interesting. And zombie tag. So I've already read a lot. So I already. I'll say Bum Rush is the most interesting. 5v5 is up there too. VIP sounds interesting too, but again, 5v5 is one that is intriguing. The Hide and Seek was also intriguing. But like I already said, I already put Zombie Tag as. I guess I'll put VIP as the least interesting, just because I don't really. I don't want to like. I don't know. Zombie Tag, Giant, VIP, Dangerously Scary, Swap Perspective, and Deceiver. So all those are the same as we already read. If I've already marked it as most interesting, I'm not marking it as most interesting again. Just so you guys know. So this time I'm going to say Giant most interesting, because that does sound interesting to me. And then I already put the least interesting on Disgustingly Scary and VIP and Swap Perspectives. I guess Disgustingly Scary again. I really don't want to. Deceivers is interesting to me. I don't really have a problem. Giant, Hide and Seek, 5v5, VIP. Look at the draw tag. I'll say Hide and Seek most interesting. Maybe Luck at the Draw least interesting, I guess there. What we got here? Swap Perspective, Zombie Tag. 2v8 party, tag, hide and seek, 5v5. So this time I'll say 5v5, because I don't believe I've said that yet. And I guess swap perspective. Okay. And then, so what we got here? 2v8 party, look at the draw, swap perspective, Deceivers, Bum Rusher, tag. I guess this time I'll say the Deceivers is the most interesting, and I guess look at the draw is the least interesting again. I don't know what this time we got Deceivers, Hide and Seek. Look at the, this time I'll say tag is the most interesting, and just that one. Did you play Dead by Daylight during the Haunted by Daylight event October 2nd, November 6th, 2023? I did not play it this time, actually. Usually I do. Are you aware of the Nightmare franchise? I'm not. Very much not. Yes, I was aware of it before the introduction of Naughty Bear Collection. Dead by Daylight? Nope. Yes, I discovered the franchise through the Naughty Bear Collection and Dead by Daylight. I only know the outfit. I still don't know anything about this franchise. I would like to learn though. Ew, there's the outfit. That's cool. How would you rate the quality of the Naughty Bear Visceral Legendary outfit for the Trapper? Very high. Have you unlocked the Naughty Bear Visceral Legendary outfit for Trapper? I have not yet because because it's expensive. Otherwise, I would like to. Which of the following reasons best describe why you have not unlocked the Naughty Bear Visceral Legendary outfit for Trapper? Choose at the free. I don't know, man. I'm not familiar with the Naughty Bear franchise. I don't like the genre. I do not play Trapper. I play it every once in a while. I feel the outfit's harmful to my gameplay. The outfit was priced higher than I found reasonable. I already have other satisfactory outfits on the Trapper. The outfit breaks my gameplay immersion. Other, please specify. On the buff / I do not purchase outfits in Dead by Daylight / I do not play character. I'm gonna say utter. But like I'm gonna say utter and then just put I do not have enough cells and / or shards to unlock the outfit, because that's really the reason why, is just because I don't have enough currency. I would like to have it, I just don't have enough in-game currency. If Dead by Daylight were to introduce a gifting system with Auric cells only, how likely would you be to gift the following items to friends? Characters, very likely. Orange has essentially sort of done that for me already. That's how I have Chucky and Nicolas Cage and a lot of the other chapters. Auric cells packs, I would say very likely for a similar reason. Rift tiers, probably. I feel like Orange would try to give me some Rift tiers, and I feel like I'd try to gift him some Rift tiers if I could too. Player cards, yep. Premium Rift Pass, especially that one. Outfits, yep. Charms, yep. I feel like we would be very likely to do all those things. So, yep. How likely is it that you would recommend Dead by Daylight to a friend or colleague? I'd 7. In the last 3 months, have you recommended Dead by Daylight to a friend / family member / colleague? No, I have not, because none of them play video games, nor would so there's not much of a point to try and tell them. Why do I have to say what gender I identify as? What the hell is this quiz? Why do I have to say my birth year? How would you describe your experience levels of doing? Definitely not veteran, definitely not expert, intermediate. I would say I'm still a beginner. If I'm being honest with you, I would say beginner. I would say that I'm still very much a beginner because I just get destroyed more often than I'm able to do stuff. So I don't even think I don't think I'm quite yet intermediate. I would say probably expert to veteran in terms of getting gens done. I miss a skill check not super often, unless if I'm having like a rougher, unless if I'm having like an off day. I do have crossplay enabled. Have anything else to share? Let us know. If possible, please answer in English. Not really. Alright guys, so I'm finally done taking this quiz. Final thoughts, it was an interesting quiz. Not sure why I had to specify gender or put year I was born, or a few of those felt very random. But overall, they asked some pretty interesting questions. I'm excited to see what happens with those game modes in particular. I'm also excited to see what happens with other things as well that came out of this. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, ring the bell, do all the algorithmic garbage. It helps us out a lot. It means a lot to us. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.